In the quiet hum of servers and the unseen flow of digital information, a financial event of massive proportions is unfolding. Right now, at this very second, a process has been set in motion that will directly impact the lives of millions of ordinary Americans. From the bustling streets of New York City to the quiet suburbs of California, a silent, digital tide is turning. For many, it will arrive without warning. A notification on a phone, an unexpected email, or a check in the mail. They are about to receive a piece of a truly staggering sum of money, and the vast majority of them don't even know it yet. This isn't a lottery win, it's not a government stimulus package, and it's certainly not a random giveaway. This is something different. This is about accountability. It's the result of a long, complex legal battle fought on behalf of consumers, people just like you. It stems from a situation where a major corporation failed to meet its obligations, and now the scales of justice are being balanced, not in a courtroom, but directly in the bank accounts of those affected. Now, I know what you might be thinking. In an age of endless online scams and deceptive clickbait headlines, a claim like this sounds too good to be true. Your skepticism is not only understandable, it's healthy. We're constantly bombarded with promises of easy money that lead to empty pockets and stolen data. But I want you to set that skepticism aside, just for the next few minutes. Because this isn't a scam. This isn't clickbait. This is the final, legally mandated outcome of a major class action settlement. This is a real, verified, and court-approved $425 million payout. $425 million. Let that number sink in. It's a sum so large it's difficult to visualize. But this isn't about one person hitting a jackpot. This massive fund is being systematically divided and distributed among a specific group of people who are legally entitled to a share. The process is already underway, managed by official administrators under the strict supervision of the court system. The money is real, the process is legitimate, and the payouts are coming. Over the course of this video, we are going to break down exactly what this settlement is, where the money came from, and, most importantly, how you can determine if you are one of the millions of people who are eligible to claim a part of it. We'll walk you through the specific criteria, the timeline for payments, and the simple official steps you may need to take. There are no hidden fees, no catches, and no gimmicks. This is simply about getting you the information you need to understand and access what may rightfully be yours. So, stay with me, because the details that follow could be worth a great deal to you and your family. In the vast, intricate machinery of the global economy, we're often told that financial success is a game of active participation. It's about making the right moves, investing at the perfect moment, and tirelessly climbing a ladder that seems to get steeper with every rung. We spend our days working, our evenings budgeting, and our nights worrying about the future, constantly feeling like we're just one step behind. We're conditioned to believe that every significant financial gain requires a significant effort, a form to be filled, a risk to be taken, a complex strategy to be mastered. We accept this as the fundamental truth of modern life. But what if that isn't the whole story? What if a powerful, overlooked mechanism was working silently in the background, completely independent of your daily hustle? But here's the truly astonishing part, the detail that changes everything. You might already be eligible to benefit from this systemic oversight. And the most remarkable thing? It requires you to do absolutely nothing. This isn't about jumping on a trend or exploiting a loophole in the traditional sense. It's about a status you may have unknowingly acquired, a digital footprint you've left, or a consumer profile you fit into without ever realizing its hidden value. Think of it less like a prize you have to win, and more like an inheritance you were never told you had. Let that sink in. No lengthy applications that get lost in a bureaucratic shuffle. No confusing sign-up portals demanding your personal information. No viral tricks, no multi-level marketing schemes, and no chasing the latest get-rich-quick fad you see on social media. This operates on a completely different plane, outside the conventional systems of reward and effort we've all been taught to navigate. It's a passive entitlement, A quiet correction in a system that, for once, might be tilted in your favor. This naturally leads to the most pressing question of all. If an opportunity this significant, this effortless, truly exists, why isn't it front-page news? Why aren't financial gurus shouting about it from the rooftops? So why is nobody talking about this? The silence is deafening. And it's precisely that silence that should command your attention. The answer is complex, touching on the nature of information, the interests of large institutions, and the simple fact that the most profound shifts often happen not with a bang, but with a whisper. And in the next few minutes, we're going to break that silence. This all started with something most people take for granted: a savings account. It's a symbol of security, where we tuck away our money, trusting it's safe and growing. We assume the banks we give our money to have our best interests at heart. But what if that trust was the very thing costing you? What if the system was designed in a way that was perfectly legal, yet left millions unknowingly losing money they were rightfully owed? This isn't a story about a complex Wall Street gamble. It's about the humble savings account and a subtle distinction with enormous consequences. It's a cautionary tale hidden in plain sight, buried in the fine print and digital interfaces we interact with daily. The story centers on one of the largest banks in America, Capital One. For years, they offered a popular high-yield savings account, which we'll call the 360 savings account. It was a solid choice for many, but then they introduced a new one, the 360 Performance Savings Account. On the surface, these two products looked and felt virtually the same. They shared the 360 branding, the same logo, the same app interface. For the average customer, distinguishing between them was nearly impossible. They were two doors, side by side, that seemed to lead to the same room. But behind those doors were two vastly different financial realities. And here's the crux of the issue. The newer 360 Performance Savings paid a high competitive interest rate, the kind that helps your money actually grow. The other account, the older 360 Savings, paid a rate that was, by comparison, almost nothing. We're not talking about a few decimal points. At times, the high-yield account offered a rate more than 15 times higher than the legacy account. Imagine an annual percentage yield of over 4% versus a rate of just 0.3%. For someone with $10,000 saved, that's the difference between earning over $400 a year or just $30. It was a staggering disparity, hidden behind a veil of near-identical branding. One account was a powerful tool for wealth creation. The other had become a financial dead end, and millions of people were stuck in the wrong one. Crucially, Capital One didn't automatically upgrade its loyal, long-term customers from the old, low-interest account to the new, high-yield one. The bank created a better product, but left it entirely up to the customer to discover its existence and then switch. Millions who had signed up for a high-yield account years ago were now, without any action on their part, holding a low-yield product. They were legacy customers, unknowingly subsidizing the great rates offered to new ones. They continued to use the app and save for their futures, all while their money was silently eroding in value compared to what it could have been earning. This wasn't a glitch, it was a business decision, and it affected a staggering number of people who simply trusted their bank was doing right by them. And here's where it gets serious. Many customers say they were never told. Same bank, same branding, but completely different returns. Eventually, people caught on. A lawsuit was filed, and what investigators found shocked everyone. Customers may have lost billions in interest. So Capital One agreed to settle $425 million, one of the biggest payouts in recent banking history. Now here's the part you need to pay attention to. If you had a Capital One 360 savings account between 2019 and 2025, you could be eligible. And this is where it gets crazy. Most people don't need to do anything. The money is sent automatically. So how much are we talking? It depends. How long you had the account, and how much money you kept in it. Payments are expected in 2026, but delays can happen. But there's one mistake people are making right now. They're ignoring emails or not updating their details. Think about it. What if you're owed money and never receive it? check your accounts, check your email, because this might be money you didn't even know you lost. And if you found this helpful, subscribe, because we break down what others miss.